Hello, Digidestin, and welcome to the King's Court. Okay, alright. If you follow our social media, which for the record, if you don't, go ahead and go check. I'll leave a link for them in the description. I know, early, right? Might as well get that plug-in out of the way. But I posted that I actually got first place, pretty much went undefeated at my locals last night playing none other than BlackWargreymon. Okay, it's a funny story. I was this close. Okay, we can't really see, but I was super close to actually playing Red Hybrid. I actually even said to Chandler and Michael before, when we were getting ready to leave, I'm just gonna play. I was seeing that I might just play Red Hybrid, but he talked me into it. I'm like, you know what? I haven't been putting in a lot of time into BlackWargreymon lately. Not out of not like I don't want to, but the problem has been that right now there's a lot of really crazy annoying decks right now, and I just wasn't really sure if, I'm going to be honest, if BlackWargreymon could handle it. But you know what? I just stuck with my guns. I went for it, and I actually managed to get first place. We played technically four rounds. I played against Leviathan, and I played against Imperial Dramon Turbo, basically, and an Imperial Dramon slash Magnamon X hybrid deck. And I would have played against Mirage Galga, but I'll go over that in a bit. So yeah, basically I played against all of them and I got it. This is actually the new build for BlackWargreymon that slash Wargreymon Tribal, really. Let's be real, at this point realistically the most optimal way the deck works is a mixture of all the Wargreymons. BlackWargreymon, BlackWargreymon X, Gaiomon, if you're feeling extra spicy, which for the record, Gaiomon actually won me like 2 different games. So I'm so glad I didn't cut that. And obviously the Raid Wargreymon. The deck is pretty much Wargreymon Tribal Wargreymon Tribal at this point. So in this video I'm going to be going over, it's basically a locals report slash going over all the text and all that, and I'll going over all my matches because here's the thing. If you watch our Yu-Gi-Oh content as well, I used to always do try to do a locals report every week, but it got to the point where it just felt like I was going with the motions. So from now on, me and Chandler and Michael are both going to be doing locals reports for Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh, because those are the card games we play the most right now. But I do, so I'm right now, anytime we top at our locals, like we get first, or at least come in second, or stuff like that, basically as long as we top, we're going to do a locals report on that. You know, because pretty much we're always like changing up our decks and all that, so that's pretty much it is. It's like keeping everyone updated on the different builds of the decks we like to play. So that's pretty much everything. So I'm going to go over all the matches, go over everything, and overall just talk about the deck right now and right now in the meta. And that's pretty much it. So might as well get this out of the way now. So if you like this video and you want to see more like it, so that way we know to put more videos out, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell, and follow our social medias, and let me know in the comments what deck are you playing right now in this format. Right now I'm playing. Again, I play Greymon decks because that's just my favorite Digimon. I'm playing obviously again, it's pretty much Greymon Tribal at this point. I'm also playing Red Hybrid, and I'm working on a new deck list for Shine Greymon. So if you want to see that, go ahead and like the video. That way YouTube will put that people. I know people want to see more of that, and that's pretty much it. So let us know. And we try to read and reply to every comment we get. Sometimes we forget, sorry. But we usually try to reply as often as possible. And there is a car outside my window. Dang it. So sorry about that. Also, if you hear a noise right now, it's also my fan. It's warm right now in Cali. What can you do? So, I am so sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Dang it. Okay, I'll just talk and try to ignore it. Let's just wait for it to go away. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. Okay, so like I said, in the first match I played against. Okay, for the record, if you've seen my Yu-Gi-Oh local support videos, I never use anyone's real name, just out of privacy reasons, unless they're comfortable with it. Like Chandler or Michael and stuff like that. But usually I try to avoid names. So the people I played against, I'm not going to use their real names. I'm going to use pretty much abbreviate little random little filler names. So yesterday I played against someone who I do know at our locals. He's actually the cousin of a friend of the channel's who we've had here before. He's the same friend who I've mentioned in our VTuber Pokemon video, which you haven't seen that. Go check that video out. It's pretty great, if I do say so myself. He's the cousin of the friend who is the biggest Virgil fanboy I know. And knowing him, he's probably playing Hello Kitty right now. I know he watches these videos, so he knows who he is. So he plays Digimon. He does play Digimon, but right now he's playing more One Piece Lorcana. So me and him don't really get like a lot of chances to talk. So this is actually really cool because I don't get a lot of chances to play against him because, again, I don't really play Lorcana or One Piece. Again, no disrespect to anyone who likes those games. I don't have any problems with them whatsoever. I'm just not super big in the playstyle. That's just me though. Ironically, I'm a big One Piece fan. Go figure, right? So I played against him, and I'm gonna be honest. At the beginning of the game, primarily, he was really more freaking out over my dice that I use for my my memory counter. Really quick, I want to talk about that because I have a friend who watches the channel and he knows who he is, and I just gotta shout him out really quick. I'm not gonna use his real name, but he knows who he is. He's given me two of the nicest presents anyone has ever given me. He gave me these two metal dice from Monomoon. If you know who Monomoon is, they're an amazing artist website that makes TCG memorabilia. They're honestly amazing. And he gave me these two metal dice because how right now the card games I play the most are Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. And he knows I'm a hero player, so he gave me this hero dice. And obviously I play BlackWargreymon Tribal. And he gave me this Greymon dice. And these are honestly just two of the nicest things anyone's ever given me. So I know he watches the channel. So again, man, thank you so much. I just wanted to shout that out really quick. So he was basically pointing out my dice, and we were talking about that, cracking jokes, and he was playing Leviamon. Now, I've only played against Leviamon a couple of times. Ironically, one of the people who I have played against, who does play the deck, I played in the tournament, but she was playing Imperial Dramon. So, ironic. So, luckily, I knew how to deal with Leviamon. Speaking of which, if you're watching this, apparently there's like a new issue going on with Leviamon. A while ago, when the deck first came out, I did a whole video talking about the ruling with that card. Long story short, if you're playing this deck, if you're playing BlackWargreymon, I'm just gonna say Greymon Tribal for the rest of the video. It's just easier. If you play this deck, obviously we have Greymon X. Quick. Let's see. There it is. Might as well have yeah. We have Greymon X Antibody. Long story short, because of how Leviamon works, it deletes one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost and a Digimon with the highest play cost. If Wargreymon is the only one, or BlackWargreymon is the only one on your field that, like, your only Digimon at all, you can't actually use the effect twice of Greymon X. But you can use the effect of Greymon X and Alterius mode. So that works. But that's always been the issue. So apparently there's like some kind of new ruling going on where that might not be an issue anymore, because I think it has something to do with the new Digimon Shumon and those new all those new cards that are going to be coming out soon, which those decks are pretty nuts. I got a couple friends who I know are going to build those. So yeah, knowing those rulings is going to be very important, but I don't think it's been confirmed yet. Our local has a somewhat he's kind of a judge. He just hasn't really gotten it officially done yet, but he pretty much is. He's the guy who we go to all the rulings for. Friend of the channel, Cbit. I know he watches this too. He pretty much keeps all of us, on the know, on the know what when it comes to all of the current information for the Digimon TCGs. So, like, he's the one who tells everybody when there's a regionals or big events going on. So he hasn't told us anything yet, but as soon as he hears anything and we find out, I'll definitely bring that here to the channel, because that's something people have got to know about. Because Leviamon is going to be getting more play with that 7 Demon Lord deck, so we got to be careful with that. But that's besides the point. So, me and him were playing, but mostly cracking jokes, honestly, because that's like one of the fun. Personally, for me, one of the funnest things about TCGs is having fun with people and messing around. You know what I mean? So we were just cracking jokes. We were playing still. So I lost the first game against him because I'm gonna be honest with you. I really am the kind of person who needs to like warm up. You know what I mean? So, but it was close though. I was basically like 2 checks away from getting the win, but he managed to set up before I could. It happens. Game 2 was terrible. We both could not see a rookie for a while, but eventually I managed to get enough setup on the board to be able to set up BlackWargreymon where he couldn't really do anything. So that was good for me. And the third game, I managed to actually KO him pretty quickly using cards like Gaiomon to really get rid of his memories quickly and setting up BlackWargreymon to the point where he couldn't do anything. So that was good for me. So I managed to get that win. Round 2, I played against Imperial Digimon, and if I remember right, she's playing like an Imperial Digimon Turbo. We'll call her K for right now. She, ironically, Imperial Digimon is her favorite deck, just like my favorite is Greymon Tribal. So that was really cool. And I played against her before. She's the person who I mentioned who's also played Leviamon before. So she was playing Imperial Digimon today. So I was thinking, all right, Imperial Digimon, gotta be careful with the Mega Deaths. And gotta be careful if I don't get a blocker on field quick enough. Pyogramon will just blow right through my security, so I had to be really careful. I managed to get the first game because I managed to set up my BlackWargreymon X to the point where I didn't have to worry about Pyogramon. Game 2, though, she just set up her Pyogramon way too quickly, and I was being too passive, honestly, but she got it, though. She basically ran through all my security to the point where there was no way I was going to catch up. So I was like, let's go Game 3. And Game 3 was actually, I'm not going to lie, she got it bricked. I got to be honest. She couldn't see a rookie for a while. So I was like, dang it, I actually feel kind of bad because I've been there before. If anyone who plays Digimon, let's be real, you could play like 12 rookies and there's times where you don't see a single one. It happens, right? So I managed to get the win, luckily. But it was a good game, really good. And so that was that one. And the last round I did end up playing was against an Imperial Digimon Magnamon X. The new Magnamon X hybrid deck. And I'm not gonna lie, I 2-0'd that game. Because, again, I just played an Imperial Digimon deck, so I knew what to do. And I'm going to be real with you, this new build, I'm able to easily get BlackWargreymon X or even regular Wargreymon easily up to 20k every turn. So, mainly because I was getting really sick of dealing with Tyrant Kabuteri. So, I'm playing like a more aggressive / still defensive build, basically. Let me see. Where did I put? There they are. So basically, thanks to these two. So I managed to get the win there. And again, like I said, I 2-0'd. So I was pretty much in the lead. We were going to go. There was one other person who was also undefeated at the time that me and him were supposed to go against each other, but I'm going to be real with you. It was late. It was already pretty much closing time for the store. Nobody wanted to be there. Everyone wanted to go home, so me and him decided to roll for it. And I managed to get the die roll. But he did claim, though, he said that I would have won because I actually played against his Mirage Galga with this deck, and I'm not going to lie, this deck is a pretty good matchup against Mirage Galga. I mean, deleting Tamers is what this deck does, so I'm pretty. Now, I don't like to guarantee things because I'm not one of those. Like, let's be real, we've all run across those people in every TCG where they're like, oh man, if I drew this card, you would have lost. And you know what I mean? Those people are annoying, honestly, and I don't like that. So I don't like to guarantee things, but I think I would have had a good chance too. So, but he did say himself, straight from the horse's mouth, that I would have won. So Hey, take that as you will, right? So I managed to get the whole thing, and I'm really glad I did because like I said, I was really worried to play BlackWargreymon just because right now source stripping is a really big issue, especially with the freaking Poopmon deck. Don't want to go over that right now, and Magnamon being everywhere right now. So if although Poop is way worse right now, oh man, I'm gonna be real with you. I really do think we need a ban list soon because now, I don't think the deck needs to get hit ridiculously bad, but I do think some cards need to be put in check. And judging from other videos I've seen on my recommendations, there are a lot of people who agree a very specific card needs to get checked. But hey, that's another video for another time. So that's the entire thing, like I said. So I technically went 4-0, but technically 3, but hey, it counts, right? Again, he said it himself, I would have won, so hey, we take those, right? So that's the entire thing. The deck honestly performed really well. I did make a good amount of changes, but I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much the core concept is still the deck being like an anti-meta, like an anti-meta style of playing, because that's how honestly this build I like to use goes with. It takes care of my opponent's tamers. It can take care of big problematic Digimon as they come and set up a lot of defense, but also be able to hit with a lot of offense. So that's the way I've been playing it right now, and honestly, I'm really enjoying this new build. So, if you want to see a full-on deck profile later this week, let us know in the comments. And that's pretty much it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, we got some more videos planned for the week. And if, like I said, you want to see a deck profile, let us like the video so I know his interest. And that's it for this one. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.